Nobody notices the person who started from zero until they become impossible to ignore. And psychology says the people who build wealth from nothing think very differently from everyone else. There's a certain type of person who becomes almost impossible to stop once they decide they no longer want to stay broke. At first, nobody believes in them. Their ideas sound unrealistic. Their goals sound delusional. People laugh at them, ignore them, underestimate them. But something strange starts happening inside their mind. While everyone else is spending money to impress people, they start thinking about freedom. While others are distracted by entertainment, they become addicted to progress. While others avoid discomfort, they start training themselves to tolerate pain.
Psychologists have studied people who build wealth from zero, and they found a pattern. Most self-made wealthy people are not driven by greed first. They're driven by emotional pressure. Some grew up watching their parents struggle financially. Some felt powerless their entire childhood. Some experienced humiliation, rejection, instability, or survival anxiety so deeply that their brain became obsessed with escaping it forever. And once the brain connects money with safety, everything changes. Today, we're exploring the psychology of people who build wealth from nothing and the hidden mindset that separates them from everyone else. One of the biggest psychological shifts happens when a person gets tired of relying on other people for survival. Maybe they watched someone control the entire family because they had money. Maybe they had to ask for things and felt ashamed every time. Maybe they experienced what it feels like to be stuck with no options. That feeling changes people. Psychologists call this autonomy-driven behavior. The brain starts associating financial independence with emotional safety.
This is why many self-made people become obsessed with earning. Not because they love money, but because they hate helplessness. To most people, money buys luxury. To them, money buys control. And once someone experiences life without control, control becomes addictive. Most people are controlled by immediate dopamine, scrolling, entertainment, comfort, distraction. But people who slowly build wealth train themselves differently. They become comfortable sacrificing today's pleasure for tomorrow's freedom. And psychologically, this is extremely rare. Studies on delayed gratification consistently show that people who can tolerate short-term discomfort tend to perform better financially over time. But here's the dark part. Many self-made people don't relax even after becoming successful because their brain still remembers what survival mode felt like. Even when they finally have money, they still fear losing it. That's why some wealthy people continue working obsessively even when they no longer need to. They're not chasing wealth anymore. They're running from poverty.
Skills create leverage. Leverage creates freedom.
And once someone understands leverage, they stop trading time for survival and start building systems that work without them every second. People who build wealth from zero often become emotionally detached from normal social approval because they have to. When you're building something difficult, people misunderstand you. Friends think you've changed. Family thinks you're obsessed. Others think you're lucky once you succeed. But nobody sees the psychological isolation behind ambition. The late nights, the uncertainty, the fear of failure, the pressure of pretending everything is okay while you're risking everything quietly. Psychologists found that many highly driven people develop what's called future identity attachment. They're emotionally connected to the person they want to become more than the person they currently are. That's why they can tolerate pain that would break most people. So what's the real psychology of people who build wealth from zero? It's not motivation, it's not luck, and it's definitely not positive thinking. It's emotional conditioning. Pain changes priorities, struggle changes perspective, and survival pressure can transform an ordinary mind into an obsessed one. But here's the important part. The healthiest self-made people eventually learn that money alone cannot create peace. Because if fear built your ambition, then healing has to build your happiness. And that might be the hardest lesson of life. If this video connected with you, comment the word escape and subscribe for more.